Hey, welcome to Haphazard Homestead again. I'm tired. I'm sitting here having some XXX root beer from West Lafayette, Indiana, from the XXX Root Beer Company, that's what they make, is XXX root beer. I'm tired. Oh, that root beer tastes good. Why am I tired? Because I just got done taking 100 pounds of produce from here on the homestead off to the food bank again. It's a lot of work. By this time it's all done. I've already picked the produce. I want to thank everybody who is a subscriber to my channel. I want to thank the people who leave comments. I really do appreciate your comments. I appreciate you subscribing and sharing. Thanks to Trey Smith for prompting me to do this second 100-pound produce challenge here on Haphazard Homestead. And thanks to Southern Homesteading for giving me a shout out on her channel that got me to the 200 subscribers. I really appreciate it. It was fun picking all this produce. It's actually a really interesting challenge to try to find 100 pounds of produce on your own place on a given day. So I started yesterday afternoon and I finished up this morning. So within 24 hours, trying to find 100 pounds of produce. What did we go out and pick? You can see what we got here. We got another 124 pounds of produce. Now there were 8 banana boxes. Even if it's 3 pounds per banana box, that puts me right at the 100 pounds. So I think I got it all right. It takes a lot of picking. What did we have? Here's where I get to pick it, and you get to see more of the Haphazard Homestead. All right, here's what we're gonna pick are some of these Shenseiki pears. They're getting ripe. They are a nice Asian pear. They just eat like an apple. That's a nice looking little pear. And we've got our Shenseiki pears, the Asian pears. What are we doing there? I'm gonna call that one 21. Now these are the Cox Orange Pippins. These are a small apple because I didn't water them in the drought, but you can see they're ready. This is a good little apple. Doesn't have any insect damage. You can see there's nothing been digging in. Nothing been digging into where a lot of the bugs come in is at this end, or this end, or where two fruits touch each other. This is a nice clean apple. It's in good shape. They're small, but they're tasty. That's a good apple. There's nothing wrong with that apple. It's a nice little apple. This one's good. Those little Cox Orange Pippin apples. That's not much, 7 pounds. All right, here's where we're after next. We're gonna be going after those peaches. Seedling peaches, they're just a rootstock seedling peach. What do we have there? They're a cling peach. I'll say we have 6 pounds of that. Yeah, there's some Charmont's cabbages. We can just go get those. Get a couple of red cabbages. This one's a decent little red cabbage. That'll be a good little cabbage. Alright, it's not a bad little cabbage. So let's get those two cabbages going. Alright, there's our cabbages. That's 9 pounds of cabbages. So what I'm gonna do is just take these tubers out that we had gotten from the potato border and the early spring bed that was hacked out. These are the potato borders. The nice clean ones are from the border wars. Just using them in the mulch. These that are a little dirtier came out of the hacked out area, the early potatoes. We're just gonna put all these in the box, in the bowl here. And then I had a whole box of little fingerlings. These are a little small. I'll eat these, but I'm gonna go over here and I pulled these out already. I'm just gonna add that in. These are some of the nice fingerlings that came out of that patch. They're all nice potatoes. They'll be good for potato salad. Fingerlings. I'm gonna throw in a couple of these red potatoes. They're a nice little fingerling. There's our potatoes. What's up with the potatoes? We'll call that 20 pounds. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get some of the Walla sweets here. They've been drying out in the sun. These aren't a keeping onion. They're not a bad onion. I'm just gonna, let's take one. Something like that. That's a decent little onion. Let's just take that, snip that off. Take something like that. That's a decent onion. Oh yeah, that's a decent onion. Let's see, here we go. That's a decent onion. That one's decent. These are not keepers. I have plans for these, but we'll go with that. These are not keepers, so let's move on to somebody else here. These are the millstones. Let's get a few of the millstones in here. Now these didn't get to be anything of great size. And I'm just gonna put those in. These aren't the biggest. They're supposed to be good keepers, but we'll just put those in. We gotta pick these up today. See, that's a good one. There we go. That's a nice clean onion. They're a pretty onion. Look at that. Look how pretty that's a pretty onion. Look how pretty they are. There's a nice clean one. That's a pretty onion. All right, let's go with that. 6 of those. All right. Oops. These are the ruby ring. They're a pretty onion, and if that was the only onion you were growing, you'd think, all right, that was all right. You think that's all right. Look at that. That's a decent onion. It's a decent enough onion. That's a pretty onion. Huh? That's a pretty onion. Then you get over to these. These are the red globe. Look at the size on those things. That's a nice onion. My guess is these are not keepers. They got a wide neck. Seems like they're taking some good time to dry down. Look at that. So that's a big onion. That's a nice looking onion in there. I'll go one more of them. Here's a fat neck. Here's a fat neck. Let's just go with that one. That's a decent. All right. That's getting to be some onions. And then these are the Copra onions. Watch out. These are a good storage onion. They're a beautiful onion. I think these are one of my favorite onions. It's Copra. That's a nice onion. There's a fat neck. That's a pretty one. That's a pretty one. That one's got a fat neck. It's not going to keep. Do one more. Do one more right there. All right, let's do that one. One more. All right, that ought to do, huh? What do we have for our onions? Count a pound for the box. I'll just call it 15. We're back at the collard patch. We're going to be picking some more collards. You can see we got a pretty good amount of collards here, so I'm going to get on with it over there. I'm going to harvest some of this. This is a Portuguese kale. It's amazing. It has fewer bugs than collards. I'm going to get in here and get a couple of these, all right? I'm just going to cut these. Give them a good start. Look at that. Look at that. That is a nice plant. That is good. That's almost like a kohlrabi or a cabbage. That's all good. That is all good stuff. That whole rib is good. That's tasty business. 4 leaves, huh? You just touch them with the knife and they break. Alright, it is from one plant. Look at this. Look at this, from one plant. That's a nice bunch, right? Would you be glad to get that? I think so. That's from one plant, alright? Alright, let's take those in. Let's see how that is. Yeah, not bad, huh? Not bad. That'll keep growing. I think it's gonna grow all winter long, all fall. I'm gonna do a couple others here. I'll check back in when I'm done, huh? All right, all those collards and the Portuguese kale together, what is that coming into? I'm gonna take 2 pounds off for the box. So that's gonna be 17 pounds. 17 pounds of the collards and Portuguese kale, 17. All right, here's what else we're gonna go after right here is the Swiss chard, right? We're just gonna cut some Swiss chard. That's suitably picked over? I think so. Chard picks so clean. We're just gonna put it in here. It all looks pretty good. It all looks pretty good. That's nice looking stuff. That was a whole banana box load worth. What does that get you? With 1 pound for the box. So that's 8 pounds of chard for an overflowing banana box. All right, I've got a lot of tomatoes yet coming on. This next couple weeks is going to be the big tomato week. But look, I do have some right in there. Boom, and I get that. That one's ready. That one's ready. Those are all nice ones from there. All right, let's just get this on there. What's that get me on the way of tomatoes, huh? That's gonna get us 5 pounds. So that's 5 pounds of tomatoes right there. All right, let's go. So let's all head to the food bank. So here we are. We got our potatoes, the Portuguese kale, collards, the Shenseiki pears, some tomatoes, the peaches, the Cox orange Pippin apples, cabbages, and the onions. The onions are down in there. There's the onions. And then there's the Swiss chard. So does that just take into account the pallet but not the box? So the boxes are added into that. So peaches and apples, pears, tomatoes. Got all the potatoes and onions and cabbages down there. So let's go back and relax with that root beer. I tell you, I'm tired. It takes a lot to pick 100 pounds of produce, especially when it's collards and the Portuguese kale and the Swiss chard. That's a lot more effort than just picking plums like for my last 100-pound produce giveaway. It was a big challenge. It was a good challenge. Oh, that's good. That hits the spot. That hits the spot. Here's our produce list. We got the 124 pounds. If you take out the weight of the boxes, we still have at least 100 pounds. What did we have? We had some Pippin apples. Well, they were small because they haven't been watered this summer. That tree was fending for itself. They're a good apple. I sorted out the ones with 7 pounds that were bug-free. I'm going to use the others for my own cooking and my own eating. What are you doing? Come on up. All right, there we go. What else did we have? We had apples. We had the Shenseiki Asian pears. Those were great. Those are really great pears. We had some seedling peaches. They're cling peach. so they're not as easy to process as the cling-free, but they're a decent peach. I'm eating those peaches, I'm drying those peaches, I'm using them on cereal. We had tomatoes. Those were some nice looking tomatoes. We had some cabbage. That Charmont cabbage is a nice little cabbage. We had some collards. I can't say enough about collards as a good food producing plant that stands up to bugs, stands up to heat, stands up to cold, stands up to drought, stands up to wet. I also harvested some Portuguese kale. I had, 7 or 8 pounds of that Portuguese kale. It's a neat plant. It's productive. It's even more productive than the collards for the space that it takes, I think. It had fewer bug problems. It's standing up to the heat. It tastes great. It's nice and tender. What else did we have? We had Swiss chard. It takes a lot to get 8 pounds of Swiss chard. What else did we have? The potatoes. Those were the potatoes from the early planting I made this spring, very early in the spring, and I've done some videos on those potato beds, the potato borders, the early planting, the mulching of the early potatoes. I'll put up a video on the harvesting of those potatoes pretty soon, but I'm glad I had harvested. Those potatoes, it's so easy to grow those potatoes just in a little out of the way spot or as a soil improvement project. And there you got 20 pounds of potatoes with not much effort. We had onions. I'm bragging on my onions. I'm proud of my onions. We had 5 different kinds of onions. I took a sample out of each of those 5 so you could see them. I'll probably do a video on the onions, but those are some good onions. I'm looking forward to those all winter long. We had the little Pippin apples, the peaches, potatoes, cabbage, onion, chard, collards, tomatoes. That's good. That's good. I have never felt afraid of being without food, ever. That's one reason why I give the food to the food bank. I've been doing a lot of just gardening things and eating wild things around the yard. I'll be adding other things here on the channel over time, and I hope you enjoy those too. And I'm looking forward to getting to know more of you too, if you leave comments on the videos. I'm tired. I want to thank you all for subscribing. I want to thank everybody who's ever left a comment on my channel or given me a thumbs up. I want to thank anybody who's ever shared any of my videos. I do appreciate that. And I want to give a thanks again to Trey Smith and Southern Homesteading. Trey for prompting me to do this second 100-pound produce challenge for the food bank, and Southern Homesteading for giving me a shout out on her channel that really bumped me over the 200 subscribers really fast. All right. Well, I hope things are going well at your place. I hope you've been having a great summer. For those of you who've been gardening, I hope your gardens are doing great. And if not, hey, there's fall, right? And you can always have sprouts in the wintertime. Thanks for watching. Bye.